First Alert 6 starts with breaking news.
This breaking news now. Gunfire at a convenience store in South Omaha. 3 Omaha police officers are hurt, a suspect killed. Our Zina Tahir was among the first on the scene, and same for our Mike McKnight. The police chief gave an update in the last hour saying this is an active investigation. So we're going to bring in First Alert 6 Brian Masry. Brian, tell us what's the latest.
Good afternoon, Jacqueline. Moments ago, the police chief said this to characterize the day. It has been a very dangerous day involving the suspects in the city of Omaha. Here are the headlines. A 29-year-old Hispanic man is dead, shot by police. 3 officers are injured, 2 hit by return fire, 1 by shrapnel. Now, this is the scene of where it ended at 32nd and L, but it started around noon at Phil's Foodway, a grocery store at 30th and Ames. There, a man in the parking lot, a white male, 50 years old, shot in the chest. So what happens from there? Investigators get a license plate number. Detectives, the gang unit, find that vehicle. They start following the driver. They followed him to this area at 32nd and L, the convenience store, and watched him. And then around 2:30 or so, he gets out of his vehicle, goes into the Quick Trip to the restroom. Officers wait for him. They go in. As soon as he comes out, investigators say he fired at them, and they fired back. The police chief, the mayor now are headed to Nebraska Medicine to get the latest on the conditions of those 3 officers. Now, with the latest of what's happening at the scene a few hours after the shooting, let's check in with First Alert 6's Zina Tahir. Zina?
Yeah, Brian, we've been talking to people around here all day since we got here, and what we've heard is most people didn't see the actual shooting happening. Most people saw bits and pieces, but the people who saw the most were a couple of people who worked at the laundromat who spoke to me. They said they saw a lot of police cars coming, and they went outside to see what was going on, and they heard gunfire, several shots. Then they saw police running, and one of them was holding someone under their knee on the ground by the door of the gas station. There was a lot of cops coming, cops from every side of the building. She says they closed off the street and police officers ran into that gas station. She saw the ambulance come and take somebody. And I also talked to a guy who works across the street from here as well at a vape shop, and he says he thought it was a fight. There's a lot of fights that happen in this gas station across the street, he says, but that big police presence was something that he hasn't seen before. We'll keep on updating you throughout the hour as we get more information. For now, back to you.
All right, Zina, thank you so much for that report this afternoon. Now, we do have team coverage on this afternoon shooting involving those 3 officers, and we will bring you those updates as mentioned. Meanwhile, take a look at your screen here. You can see a lot of police lights in this shot. Part of L Street does remain closed as Omaha police investigate this shooting. There's a lot of information they need to collect and sort through. That was what Chief Schmatter said earlier today during a press conference. Now, meanwhile, Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer offering her support for the officers hurt this afternoon. She writes, quote, "As we wait to learn further details, please join me in praying for a swift and full recovery for the officers injured in this afternoon's incident. Thank you, Omaha Police, for your dedication to keeping our communities safe."